shag. So technically, I mean, those are big deals. Those are probably the most shittiest things I think I've done in my life, other than wanting to try to kill Michael.
What?
Several times.
Well, no,
What?
that
What?
one time when Sherry and I
I know,
remember when
threw his
we,
shit down the stairs. I know.
yeah,
Oh my god, that was great, man. I'm sorry, I don't know why we wanted to do that, but yeah, it was just like,
because
come
he
on,
was so
what else?
fucking high. That's when
He
he was like
was, and he
high
could
on the
not think
pills
about the
all the
girls
fucking
or the
time.
boys.
He
And he
tried
was
to,
annoying the fuck out of me
and
constantly,
and
constantly wanting to hold
didn't
the
he?
girls and tripping and
He was
Didn't
trying
he?
to drag Gregory down the
yeah,
stairs.
Gregory
Yeah.
was fucking 3 years old and he wanted Gregory to pull him up the stair or pull him. I can't remember, and I just wanted him to
Help him
fucking die.
down or
I was like,
something.
I hope you fucking fall down the stairs and crack your fucking head open. And we actually threw the blanket down there so he
Yep.
would fall. That is the most shittiest thing. One of the most shittiest thing other than having an affair was I feel like I've done in my life. I can't think of anything else shittier that I've ever done. And I'm ashamed of all of it.
I mean, I rarely bring it up, and I don't. I mean, I know we did it, but never really talked about it that much. Like, oh, yeah, I did do that. I did try to. Damn.
And having the pure hatred in my heart until God told me I needed to forgive. That that's really the shittiest things I feel like I've ever done in my life. And those aren't proud moments. I'm not bragging, because believe me, I did. But yeah, I feel like those were shitty things to me that I've done in my life that I was ashamed of and still ashamed of till this day. And that's what God told me then was, Tammy, all the things that I've forgiven you for and all the things that I've forgiven everybody for, you need to forgive.
Stop for a minute. Did you know he joined for a moment?
Huh?
He's Yeah, Austin's still there.
Yes.
Yeah, he just coughed.
Austin!
You thought he left?
I don't see him on my list.
Oh,
I
because
just
he's
heard
not
him
in.
cough.
Usually it shows him on the list.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
heard him
like.
cough.
Austin!
I mean, we're supposed to forgive. We can forgive.
There he
We
is.
don't have to forget, and we don't have to
God
go around
damn it,
them.
motherfucker!
Oh shit.
But I don't feel like that's how God. I mean, he
There
expects
you
us
go,
to
Bear.
be wise and love from afar if
Oh
it's
shit.
unhealthy for you. But it doesn't
Still
mean you
sick,
hate him.
Austin?
You hate the sin, not the sinner. But I'm just done having those conversations. I'm not going to talk about religion or politics anymore. Because it just always turns heated. And then he walks away pissed off, slamming doors, and now he doesn't want to talk to me.
Let me
You're
guess,
obviously not
Joseph.
mature enough. Yep, you're obviously not mature enough for it. I mean, my mom to me, is still kind of immature when it comes to that. But, she doesn't. I mean, her and Tim have some really heated conversations because he is not a Trump fan. She tells him to fuck off and get out of her face. But it's because that's why they say you shouldn't talk politics with anybody because it always does
Nope.
turn heated.
It's because I don't give a fuck about politics for that reason.
I don't care about politics, but I care about who's running our country.
I don't.
I do
I
care
really
about
don't.
it.
Because it just. What's the point? It doesn't do anything. It does
I
zero.
mean, if they do what they say they're going to do, but they make
Yeah,
all
but
these
you just said it
promises, but
yourself. If. That's why I don't
yeah,
give a fuck.
but they should say things like, well, if the House of Representatives pass this, this is what I plan on doing for your future. Stop saying, I'm going to do this. This will be done. Mark my words. This will be done. No, you got to go through the House of Representatives. You can't just
And
promise things.
the Senate and
I know if I was running for president, that's what I'd be saying. If I can
60.
get this passed, I'm for you. This is what I plan on doing. If I can get this passed.
Right.
Stop giving us false hope on what you're going to do.
Like what I feel if Kamala is going to be our president, if
She
Pom,
is.
pom,
they,
pom.
well,
She probably will. She's winning
but you know
now,
how
but
she
only by
says
a
she's
few.
going to
But
lower taxes for working families? That bitch is not going to do that, and I freaking guarantee it. She's going to make us, if she lowers the taxes, then she's going to make us pay more of something like fucking Trump wants a tax.
she might at first, but then they're just gonna increase eventually. Within
Yeah.
a year or two, they'll go back to increasing it
Yeah. Oh, I have a
because they're
feeling.
gonna have to increase it because of what they
Pom,
lost.
pom, 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 pom. Pom, pom,
Everybody
pom,
says Trump is taking
pom.
women's rights away. I don't think his wife would support.
Oh, she absolutely does. Cause
Bom, 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 bom. What up, Soy? Pom, pom, bom, bom. Pom, 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 bom, 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 bom.
Well, I'm voting, and I'm not telling anybody who I fucking vote
I
for.
don't care who you vote for. You're
Y'all can
right.
fucking suck it.
Pom, 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 pom. Omni, Omni. Oh, fuck, bro. It's hot as shit. Huh, yeah. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody.
Kamala's got money. They all got fucking money.
not like Trump does.
Wonder what it was. Those dirty? No, I just wore that. That's the first time I wore it yesterday. That's that one, yeah.
Woohoo! Bitch.
I
Yeah,
gotta
I wore
pee.
that hoodie for a while.
I gotta pee.
Huh?
I gotta pee.
Oh, 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 oh. I gotta do the running man after that, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. What up, Bear Bear? What you doing? What's she doing?
What you making for dinner?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. How's Carter sleeping? How did he sleep last night?
From what I know, he slept decent or good last night. I was tired as shit. I fell asleep at like 12, and then well, I fell asleep at midnight. Let me just say, she was still up with him, and then I think it was like roughly about 3:30. I got woken, and then she asked me to get him, and then he was up till like 5, and then I put him down, and I think she said he was asleep till like 9. She had him for like an hour, put him back down, and then he woke up at like 12:30, and then I got out of bed finally at 12. which I haven't slept in that long since he's been home.
It's that broken up sleep that sucks when they're that age. It's like, you know, you can sleep good for one day and get 3, 4, 5 hours solid, and then they wake up, and then, you know, the next day you might get 2 hours of sleep, and then they wake up and they're awake for 4 or 5 hours, and then you get another 3 hours of sleep, and then you gotta get back up. It sucks. I hate them.
I mean, as long as like if he gets 3, 4 hours of sleep, I'm cool with it. I don't give a shit. That doesn't bother me. It's when it's the really bad broken up sleep when it's like you go to put him down. As soon as you put him down, he's waking up, but you can pick him up and he's perfectly fine in your arms. And he just sleeps because you can't sleep like that, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Like
like,
when the girls were babies, it was like, yeah, I was always a late night person that stayed up, so we'd be up till 11, 12 o'clock, and I'd be like, oh, cool, you know, they'd wake up, and we'd give them their feeding, and I'd think, oh, cool, they should be good till 6 or 7. No, they'd be fucking waking up at 3 in the morning. It's like, oh my god. And then sometimes they'd stay up for an hour or 2 or 3, and they're like, oh my god, I'm fucking tired, and then, you know, I'd get them back to bed a couple hours later, and then I gotta get up and I gotta get Joseph ready for school. It was like, it was so hard. That's what I hated baby years for, was that, when you get all the broken up sleep. Just makes it rough.
it doesn't really affect me. I don't know why, but it doesn't affect me at all.
It didn't me too much at your age either. It really didn't. But by the time I had the girls, it affected me. I mean, I was 36 years old. 27, 28. What are you, 28 or 27?
27.
27. That's what I thought. At 27 years old, I could sleep 2 hours and still get up and function and be wide awake. But
Yeah.
wait till you have 30s, Austin. You're gonna slow down. It goes downhill from 30.
What up, Angel?
It'll catch up to you.
Yeah.
That's why if you guys are gonna have another child, you need to have it soon.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. I don't care.
You do not want to wait till after you're 30.
Yeah.
Shit, by the time we get done having kids, I'll be 35. My bad, my bad. It'll be 37.
I know Haley's like, all my friends kind of make fun of me because you're old. I'm like, at 50, I'm not that old, but all of their friends' parents are like 20, you know, your age or Sherry's age.
Well.
I'm like, well, damn, I
Oh, you
can't
know,
help it. I
just
fucking had you at 36 years old. I
Hey,
can't.
you know what?
I had you late.
But your oldest is
playing.
33 years old. It ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's like, damn. I'm like, but it makes me feel bad for them.
it's a school night, Angel, you know?
You know, they probably feel like, God, all my friends, you know, think my parents are old. I feel bad for them because all their friends' parents are in their, you know, late 20s, early 30s.
I'm just waiting on my stepdad to get back from the bathroom.
They got their mom who's fucking 50. They're like, your mom's 50? She's old.
And she's still looking hot as fuck.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Well, you beautiful inside.
damn.
Bum, 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 bum.
See, I can't have him with Joe either. Politics. He gets a little pissy too. He's just not gonna talk about it with anybody ever again.
See, nope, that's why I don't get into it.
I told,
America's Best that did that, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna talk to you about it. And he just kept pushing me to talk. I'm like, no, Barry, no.
that's all
When
I'm.
I sit there and I hear people talk about Kamala, it's like, okay, I listen to them, and I may say, well, see, I heard this, but then, you know, that's how it starts, and then it always turns into, I can't believe you stand behind a man that is taking rights away, and I'm like, well, I can't believe that his wife would just not give a fuck anymore. You cannot tell me that woman. She's a classy woman. You cannot tell me that woman does not give a fuck about her rights to vote, her rights to anything. You cannot tell me that woman don't give a fuck.
Bought
There's
and
no
paid
way.
for.
There's no way.
She's bought and paid for. She's got the same hush money that the fucking what's her name got. Shut up here, go shopping. That's his attitude.
I don't think so. Even if she does have that attitude, I don't think that she doesn't give a fuck about the rights. There is no woman out there that does not give a fuck about their rights. There is no money that can pay you enough money for a woman to feel like they want all their rights right from them. No right right to vote, no right to work, no right to do this. No. There is no way in fucking hell that that woman is like, oh, I don't give a fuck if my rights are taken away. I got all the money in the world. When you really think about it, a sane person, and she is sane,
Wah 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 wah.
she is.
That she wouldn't be with a womanizing man like he is.
Womanizing what? 20 years ago? Who gives a fuck?
No,
He
no,
went and
he
got
is.
his dick sucked. I don't give a fuck that he got his dick
Oh
sucked.
shit!
I
I
don't
didn't mean
give
to do
a
that.
fuck. It was fucking 20 years ago.
It was more than one.
And
First of
it
all,
doesn't matter. Half
she
our
doesn't.
country is a womanizer.
But she
Half of the
doesn't.
men out there are
But she
fucking
doesn't care
men.
about that because he just gives her the checkbook to go shopping.
She
That's
wasn't
all.
with him when he was in his womanizing years. He was with Vanka, or whatever the fuck her name is. I don't give a fuck what he did 20 years ago. I give a fuck what he does now. And really, I don't give a fuck if he was a womanizer now, because half our country is nothing but fucking scumbags. And we still talk to him every day and treat him with respect every day, so how is Trump or
And
Kamala any
he's
different?
he's a convicted felon. It's the only reason he's running for president.
Which I feel he
Yeah,
still
so
should
is
have
Biden's
rights to
son.
do that. But
So, he's not running for president. He's
No, but Biden's sure the fuck gonna get him out of it before he's out of office, won't he? Why? Because he's the fucking president.
But Trump is they postponed his sentencing to December because you can't put a sitting president in prison.
And he won't go even if he doesn't make president. Why? Because he's got money too.
Yeah.
Our world is corrupt. We're all corrupt, but yet when they're running for president, we gotta pull every fucking dirty ass thing out of them. Why don't you look in your fucking backyard and see how many dirty shit you got in your fucking backyard before you start going and pointing the finger at somebody else?
I don't want either one of them.
I don't want either one of them either.
that's why I don't vote and haven't.
Yeah,
since I
but
was
that one
18.
vote counts for who you would rather see, in
See,
my opinion.
I know there's so many United
Yeah,
States
because look at
fucking
how
women
many
with
Trump lost to for Biden. Wasn't but a few. And those few that didn't vote, if they were a Trump voter or wanted Trump in house, they should have got out there and voted because he would have made president.
Okay. Alabama, where you used to live, is always going to go Republican.
Had someone on me. You dumb.
And most Christians, they all go Republican because that's the way we were raised. That's the way we were taught. Vote Republican.
Yet,
There's not many Christians out there that are for Kamala.
well,
Oh, boom, boom, boom. Oh. Talk to different characters. Leedle, leedle.
I want somebody that's gonna care about what's in our food and what they're putting in our shit that they fucking allow. That pisses me off so bad. We have our kids are all fucking getting fat. Their health is going to shit.
Wow, my
Because
accuracy.
it's all
Shit.
the shit that they put in our fucking food.
Too
They
dead.
can wear a fucking tampon. It's sickening. And that's what I care about because I have children.
Pom 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 pom.
And they don't give a fuck because it doesn't affect them. Why doesn't it affect them? Because they got money. They can fucking have a farm and cows and they can slaughter their own fucking what. Meanwhile, all of us fucking low class, mid class people fucking getting diagnosed with all kinds of shit. Why? Because of all the ingredients, all the shit they allow in our food, and our fucking tampons, our soap, our shampoos. It's disgusting. All for fucking money. You don't give a fuck about anybody's lives. about either one of the presidents, but I'm not going to get pissed off because somebody else
I'm not
feels
getting
one
pissed off.
president. You get a little pissy.
No, I just don't agree with Trump. I want a businessman in the White House that can run the country, but I don't want him because he's a narcissistic asshole. He only thinks about himself. He really doesn't give a shit about anybody.
None of them do.
That's why none of them are getting my
Why
vote.
I just don't.
Because Michigan is likely going to go Republican anyway. It's not the popular vote that's the president elected. It's the electoral vote.
Austin, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose people.
What?
On his
lose
stream, people are
streamers.
gonna be like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna sit and listen to this bullshit."
Sorry, guys.
We'll shut up now.
Maybe we'll just if Austin could read the chat or whatever, if there's even chat. I watch them saying stuff too. Oh, thanks. I need. Been looking for a medkit for a while now.
Maybe we'll get Austin viewers because of our talk.
They may think, "Wow, your family's pretty funny." Love it.
I don't agree with the Project 25, but my mom says he's not doing that. He backed out of that.
he
I don't know if
says
that's true or not because you guys say you've heard it, but you don't watch the news. My mom is on all news
I
channels.
read the news
all day long.
every day.
Yeah, but you
I-
don't watch it and hear it debates.
She only
and
wa-
all the and campaigns, rallies.
only-
She watches all that.
She only watches pro-Republican stations.
No, she goes over to the Democratic stations just to hear what they have to say all the time. She says they all lie, of course, but that's what they all say. Republicans say Democrats lie, and Democrats say Republicans lie.
Right.
They all fucking lie.
So, how are you supposed to believe?
Exactly. I definitely don't agree with women's rights being taken away.
Yeah.
I definitely don't agree with tax and everything, but I don't know if all that's true. Why? Because I don't follow anything.
He wants to reduce taxes on the rich.
And raise it for us. Because
Instead of the Democrats want to raise taxes on the rich. Maybe not. Maybe they can't give us a break.
Well, don't you think they should? The rich have had a nice fucking break for. We're the ones
I
struggling.
agree, but the fact is, Trump isn't for the working man. Trump is to make rich people richer. Because why? Because they will pay him more money through business dealings or whatever.
We just care about what's being put in our foods and our fucking laundry detergents
And
and our soaps.
yeah,
That's all I fucking care about.
and Trump don't give
to bring
a fuck.
inflation down. No,
Trump
but
don't
Robert
gi-
Kennedy does.
Yeah, but Robert Kennedy's not running. And
No,
Trump,
but that's what he's supporting with Trump. That is what
no. He is supporting Trump's because he won't support
I
Democrats.
heard him today say it. He's bringing it. That's what he wants done.
Pom 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 pom. Bottom feeder.
An RFK is nothing but from a family of politicians that have gotten rich off the backs of Americans.
And I don't believe he ate a fucking dog either. I don't believe that for a second.
It's a
What?
fucking dynasty. The Kennedy dynasty. I mean, they don't call where the Kennedys live homes. They call it the Kennedy compound.
Does anybody think for a second that with AI, maybe they did something in the picture to make it look like he was eating a fucking dog with his family around the table?
Supposedly they have like analyzed it or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care.
All the AI bullshit, I don't believe that for a second. And I heard him talk about that too on television.
What up, Panic?
I was able to finally carve a pumpkin over here.
I wonder why you couldn't that one night.
Maybe because it wasn't available for me, but I was just able to carve a pumpkin in there, so. I wonder what was glowing on my screen. I'm like, huh.
Yeah, man, everyone's life gets busy for sure. Bom, 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 bom. Pom, 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 pom. You my mind, keep your number. Tender as your fur, dying as you purr. Leedle, 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 leedle. Motherfucker. Oh, that's above shit.
And even my views on religion, you say that you don't want to change my views, but that's my thinking.
I don't say I want to. What?
Uh,
Say that again.
when he said
Oh,
with religion, when he was like,
he said.
you should have your own thoughts.
Mike,
Those
I
are
didn't.
my own thoughts because the way that I was raised in church since kindergarten.
I thought you were saying I was trying to change your thoughts on religion.
No.
Like I didn't say anything of the kind.
And that always turns heated too. Why can't I believe that way? Because things that have happened that makes you not believe. I
He didn't believe before.
yes, he did. He was baptized. He fully believed, and so did Lexi. I don't know about Haley, but I know Lexi did. I know when we moved here, Lexi was like, there was times that she would tell Haley, you shouldn't act like that. You know, God wouldn't want you to be like that. And then it changed by the time we moved to Michael's. She had a heart that didn't believe anymore.
Fuck her.
and you're
Sherry
entitled
died.
to that.
Go figure.
I feel sorry for you. I hope and pray that that changes. I hope one day that they will believe. I really do. Because I know from what I believe and what I've been taught, I know where you'll be. That saddens me. And I hold myself responsible for that because we should have had our kids in church.
At church, we don't believe it.
It's not that I don't believe in church.
I don't believe in the building. I don't believe in the men that are teaching
well,
it.
you don't believe in the building because they want money, but God says you're supposed to tithe to a church that you belong to. So when they're asking for money, it's a sin.
Ah, bitch.
So I mean, you're supposed to.
Bye bye.
So no, I don't necessarily agree with all the extra money, but if God says in the Bible you are supposed to tithe 10% of your earnings, then you should fully be doing that. Anything beyond that, if you want to give from your heart, yes. Do I believe in churches that should be constantly preaching and asking for money? Absolutely not. I don't believe in that. But I do believe in that you are supposed to tithe because the Bible does say you are. If you belong to a church, you are supposed to tithe 10% of your earnings.
If you belong to a church.
Yes.
I don't.
You belong to a church. But the Bible also says you're supposed to be in church when the doors are open. So
but the Bible also says at church is anywhere two people meet in my name.
Exactly. But do we have church in this home? No.
But the thing
Did we ever have church in the home with the kids? No.
Is that a building?
It's a building, but okay, if we weren't going to put our kids in church, then we should have been giving them the Word of God. We should have been doing devotions with our children. We should have been preaching that to them. If you want to say that, two or more in a building, which that is what the Bible says, okay, well, we're responsible of that. We're responsible of they're not believing anymore. Because if we had them in church or had been doing all those things that God does expect us to do as their parents, they would probably believe. If they didn't believe, they would come back to it and believe. Me and my brothers were the same way with my dad. He forced us to go to church and we hated it, but I'm glad he did force us because I believe in God. Austin probably wants us to shut up. He's probably tired of hearing us talk about shit. I can tell by us. He's done it a few times now. Yes, I heard you, Austin. I hear everything.
Everything.
But you weren't here for my heated conversation, so I need to get it out. Lexi's smart. She said, I'm going to my room. I ain't going to be here for this. Sherry walked in and was like, what the fuck? I mean, we were done, though, but we were at the end of it.
Sherry, get out of there. You're gonna die.
Oh man, I meant to bring my spaghetti down.
In the tower on the left.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
Haha. Haha. Oh shit, I got stuck. Oh shit, behind me? I don't even know where I got shot from, to be honest with you.
They're over there.
They're all over the place.
Oh shit!
TTV, go figure. Hacking motherfuckers.
Ooh! I'm technically TTV.
Hmm?
I said I'm technically TTV.
Technically, but you don't flaunt it. I know the fuckers do.
No, because that's just like one of those like, oh look at me, I'm a streamer. I've never been that type of crowd. Oh, you're doing those too? Oh, okay,
It's easier to wash them when they're like this at back.
okay, okay.
Doesn't miss a shot.
Sorry. He's fine. I've been listening. No, no, you're good. He's fine. I love you too. He's still slumped.
Honestly, if I do vote, I don't know who I want to vote
Little
for.
man, little man.
I don't like things about Trump, and I don't like things about Kamala. But I feel like that one vote is gonna count for something.
Ugh.
I don't know. If I don't vote, I'm telling my mom I did, so just hush.
I go along with it.
You just go with it.
Now, see, the reason why I did the ahem or whatever you heard, whatever you want to call it, is because
Oh, I heard it, alright.
you read into things too much. First, one thing, like,
Yeah, that I know.
okay, yeah, but like
But what did I
you're blaming yourself for somebody else's like control of their own actions.
Like what?
The church.
No.
Like,
That's not what
yes.
the Bible says.
No, and
Hold
look,
us accountable.
I'm a believer, and I don't give a shit. Like,
I know you are.
I trust, like, I read the Bible, whatever. I did. I don't really do it anymore, but I still am a believer. But in the same sense, I wasn't pushed and forced to go to church, and yet I'm still a believer.
Yeah, and I know Sherry's a believer too.
Well, I said it's
However,
not like you.
you guys were in church more than these four
I
were.
mean, yes, but you can't like want to like feel like you need to push it on your kids because it's like
No,
freedom.
but
It's like
God
you need
holds you
to.
accountable though when your kids are under the age of 18
Okay,
and they
but
abide by your
yes,
rules.
but
And that means
did
they have to be in church.
okay, but did you guys explain it or not explain it? Did you guys? Yeah, you guys explained it or talked about it or took them to church beforehand. So therefore, you've done your part. You did what you did. Whether or not it was bare minimum or not, you still did what you were asked of. So like, therefore, you can't really punish yourself because again, they've been to church. They know what it
Yes,
is.
I can, because do you know how many times God put it in my head, Gammy, you need to get these kids back in church. You're going to have some issues with him if you don't. Now look, I've got a child who's a lesbian.
And what's that gonna do with anything?
Well, she's, from what I understand, you're going to go to hell. That's what the Bible says. Gays and lesbians will not enter the gate of heaven. Okay, so
What up, Hatter?
maybe if I had her in church, maybe she wouldn't be a lesbian and go to hell.
Nah,
That's my
no.
thoughts.
And my thought on that is
The way I was raised. That's what I remember. That's what I know that the Bible does say it. I looked it back up again not too long ago, and I'm like, oh my God, it really does say that.
and my belief on that is
I know God is a loving, compassionate God, but if He says,
yeah, but you were born
"Thou
a
shalt
certain
not
way.
enter," no, that's what the Bible actually says. It says, I don't know word for word, but it literally says, gays and lesbians will not enter the gates of heaven.
But if he created you the way he wanted to create you, then how can you judge that? If
Did He create you that way, or did society put that in your head? How much shit do we see just in society? How they wean kids to same-sex parents, and I'm not against it. If you're gay or lesbian, great, that's you, but I'm not. And maybe I would have been if my beliefs, if I wasn't raised the way that I was raised. But the way I was raised is it's wrong. And yes, God is loving and forgiving, but from what I read in the Bible, and maybe it's in the Old Testament. I don't even know if it's in the New or the Old Testament. It says gays and lesbians will not enter the gates of heaven. So my thought is, okay, my daughter's a lesbian, which I'm for it. If she's a lesbian, whatever, I'll be there at her wedding. I'll walk her down the aisle. I don't give a fuck about that. You are who you are, and I love you just as much as I would if you weren't.
I'm still using
But
that cup,
because
babe.
of my religious background and what I've been taught and what I have read, I hold myself accountable for that. Okay, if you would have had him in church, Tammy, like God kept telling you to get your kids in church, yeah, I physically was. That thought was in my head several.
My shit crashed. Yay. Boy, you didn't know it. The Hatter, the Hatter, the Hatter, bro. It is time for you to go to work. I'm just kidding. You still got, like a good 50 minutes. What was you up to? You at least having a good day or whatever? Or work not terrible? Hopefully not. I hate when, work goes to shit. Oh my god.
He's been gone this whole time. I've just been talking up a storm. He's been
Yep.
gone the whole motherfucking time.
Yep. I mean, last thing I'm gonna say on the whole like that aspect of it is like I don't care what you say. I don't care what nobody believes because it's in my belief, and I don't give a shit what other people think about. But like, if someone is that way and that's how they feel, you're not gonna change it regardless, because even if society is around it or they see it quote unquote too much of it in society, in the same way they're gonna feel that way. I thought the same thing, but then the older I got, I was like, no, people are gonna feel a way how they feel towards people. Like you can't like if someone if the um same sex arouses you, that is what you are aroused to or you think is attractive. You're not gonna just magically be something else. Like I don't know how to explain
I
it.
just had this conversation with Haley because she said, "Why would God make me a lesbian if he knew I was going to go to hell?" Okay, well, I can't answer that, but I do know that
See, that's the point.
since kindergarten, I knew she was gay. I knew she never
That's
liked
right.
guys. Never liked guys. Never thought anybody was attractive, and she said that today. Mom, I've never found any guy. I don't like guys like that. That's gross. Okay, so I struggle with that sometimes. Like, why would God make those desires for somebody to like the same sex then if it's wrong? But that's where God has given you your own choice. I don't know personally people that were um, gay or lesbians that became a Christian and was no longer gay or lesbian, but I have heard testimonies of Christians on television and in church services where they were gay, but then they changed their life over to the Lord and they saw what God said in the Bible and they completely turned their lives around and they were no longer gay. Whether they have those thoughts, I don't know. I'm not in their head, but if you know something of what the Bible says, you're supposed to try your hardest to abide by that. God knows we're not perfect. God knows we're going to sin constantly. God knows that we struggle, but there's just some things like those 10 commandments. You just got to follow them. And I've broken a few of them. I have. But I've asked for forgiveness. So, I still doesn't mean I suffer from, the guilt of it or what my consequences may have been in life that, you know, my consequences. Have I faced those consequences yet? Am I still going to face those consequences? I don't know. I feel like I've paid for enough for it. Good God. It's a lot of horrible things. I mean, that were devastating to me. I mean, I'm good now.
I'm good now, God.
Right? We're good, right?
We're even, right? We're square.
My brother, come on. I mean, do I
The straight
feel that
from
my
this
kids would
person.
probably believe if I had kept them in church? Yes, and that's not ever going to change because I know that God does say that He holds you accountable when your children are young. You're supposed to have them in church. So I feel like that's my fault. My only prayer is now that my kids do find God somehow. I hope they do before the end of time. I really, really do. But God also knows their heart and knows that at one point they did believe. I hopefully I feel like maybe Joseph really does believe, but he just struggles with things that God's allowed. So, you know, I if that's true, then he'll be in heaven, I believe. But if he really doesn't believe, he's not going to be there. If Haley really doesn't believe, she's not going to be there. None of you guys are going to be there if you really truly don't believe. And I
See,
won't know that because the Bible
but
says
see
we won't know
now,
each other up there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I won't
Everybody
know if you
says
guys made
till
it
the
or
day
not.
we see each other again. It's like, okay, like you said, how do we know what heaven's like? How do we
Well,
know that
from what the Bible
I'm going to
says,
see Grandpa and Grandma and
we're
Grandpa
not going to
again?
know that that was Grandpa. You're
Exactly.
not
You
gonna.
won't
We're
you
all
won't
just
see
gonna be
me.
healthy.
We're just gonna all gonna be friends.
hmm
Boop.
We're not gonna know each other, and that saddens me a little bit. But
I'm
there's
good,
not
babe.
gonna be any
I can rinse out in the
resurrection.
sink.
We're
You're
all
good.
gonna be healthy.
You're
We're
good.
all gonna be happy.
Yeah, my friend Caitlin just made a post about it. Like,
Oh
But I'm not okay
wow.
with knowing my whole life here on Earth that my kids may go to hell. I hate that thought. And then I have to suffer with, well, it's your fault if they do go to hell, Tammy. It's your fault. Good job. Good job, stepbud.
no, not your
Yeah.
fault.
I
Ladle,
can't
ladle,
change that
ladle.
because I just know what I believe. I know what I've read. It is my fault. I know he was telling me several times to get him back in church, and I deliberately didn't do it.
Okay, so then I'm going to hell because
No,
I
you
haven't been to
believe in
church
God.
in God knows how long. Okay,
I don't go to church.
but I'm not sitting here praying every day.
I don't pray
I'm
every day
not.
either.
I'm not asking
I
forgiveness
don't
or
even do my
anything.
devotions every day. I've been off work all this time and I ain't done a single devotion until yesterday. I'm like, wow, Tammy, this
You
was a
son
nice time. You
I
could have
don't do my
really
fucking
spent some
devotions
good time
either.
in your Bible.
That's a crazy shit right there.
I do it every night before work.
Today's not swinger.
I
Every
yeah,
night.
I don't do devotions either.
I haven't watched a church service at Northridge and
Neither have
since
I.
we moved in here.
I remember the last time I went to
I
church.
felt better when I was
Huh.
priest, and I
It's
was
been
supposed
a
to be like a
fucking minute.
chapter or two of the Bible every night too,
And I
along
feel
with
like
my
I'll never
devotional
walk
time.
into a
Probably
church ever again.
when I was with Sean. That was the last time I went to church because his family forced me to go.
I would
Like
I haven't
rather
been to church in a
my
while, and I
son
don't think
sit
I'll ever go
here
again.
and watch Pastor Howell online.
Huh? That's the only way you'll ever see me walk in a damn church ever again. I'll never go to another church.
Why?
Because the last time I spent time in church, I don't place it with a good time.
Why? What
It was
made it
who I was
such not a
with
good
at the
time?
time.
But that's not even a legit excuse to not be in church.
Yeah, it is for me.
None of us have a legit excuse, in my opinion.
Well,
But
I mean, it is for
I
me.
don't go to church either. But I would rather do it in my own home. I would.
I've gone to other
Do I
ones too,
feel
though.
better when I go to church? Do I get the service a little differently than I do online? Sure, I do. I do feel better. I'm not going to
Well,
deny
yeah.
that, which is why
Well,
God
see, the
said you
difference
should be
is
in church.
I don't know. I've been and I just never, ever
I
since
don't
then, I
have
just
to
never had
give
the
them
same feeling.
extra money.
So,
But if God says give 10%, if I belong to that church, then I need to be given 10%. Just
we
because they're
don't, we
begging for
don't,
more
we
money
don't.
doesn't mean I have to give it. Northridge is a great church, and I could fully become a member there if I really wanted to, but then you got my selfish side that goes, okay, I can't afford to tithe you 10%. Shit. 10% of mine and Joe's income? No, thank you.
Okay, exactly. So, like,
But
it's
then
not
I
your
also
fault.
remember, no, it is my fault because I also remember my dad was the testimony. My mom didn't work. My dad didn't make a whole whole lot of money. We didn't have a whole lot of money. And my mom didn't want my dad tithing 10%. But I watched my dad faithfully tithe 10% every week to church. And that gas lasted longer in the car. It got him all week. We always, well, it was shit food, but we had food in the refrigerator. Bills were paid. Did we have money? No.
Processed food full of all cancer causes.
Back then it wasn't. Food has changed a lot since we were kids.
See, that's what
A
you
lot.
think.
What do you mean?
Well, for all you,
Science has
for all,
changed a lot.
I mean, for all you know, it could have been stuff in the
Know
food
what
then.
was in our food
Exactly.
back
All that.
then.
Uh-huh. That could be the cause why all the people in their 70s and 80s are getting cancer. For all you know,
Okay,
it could
but
be
what
something that they had
kids are
beforehand.
now getting cancer at young ages. Ovarian cancer, cervical cancer in fucking teen years. Breast cancer. We didn't have that back when we were kids. None of
I
us did.
mean, you could have. You just don't know about it.
No, we didn't. People
How do you
weren't
know?
dying and didn't, because people didn't have these diseases back then.
Did you pay attention to the news back then that deep?
Yeah, I had friends.
Ah.
I didn't have friends and their siblings that had cancer and all these other diseases, juvenile this, juvenile that.
Okay, but there's also a lot of people that do meth and shit when when they're pregnant and shit. So like, you know, things could go in that path, or it could be the parents that were pregnant putting in their systems, or there's so many more things than just thinking that it's like scientific, like now worse. There's like,
They do put a lot of shit in our food.
yeah, I mean it is what it
It's
is.
disgusting.
They do FDA approval, you know.
It's disgusting, and our government allows that. It
Yeah,
disgusts me.
yeah.
You can make bread and have 3 ingredients, but you go to the
But
store and
all
buy
they care
either
about is for us to vote.
whether
They don't
it's
care what's going in the fucking box to kill us all.
whether it's in the bakery or not. You'll see 20 fucking ingredients in that bread. There is no reason you need 20
Microplastic.
fucking ingredients.
That's right,
And
kid.
that shit is causing cancers, all kinds of health issues, and it's sickening. And our government doesn't care.
Oh, what fucking ever.
And you know what? I'll keep eating my shit and shit and
I
shit
won't.
until I
I don't
die.
want that shit.
You know why? 'Cause it don't matter. 'Cause you know why?
And I
'Cause
don't want my kids getting it
he
either.
going, he going, he going. I'm gonna die regardless, one way or the other. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
die
but
when it's
why
time to
speed
go.
up the process?
You ain't speeding up no process.
You
When
have
it's
a
your time,
son.
it's your time, right?
You should make wise choices
I'm
and
making
feed
wise
yourself.
choices. I gotta feed myself.
That's not a wise
That's
choice.
a wise choice. I gotta feed myself.
Yeah, but you can feed your family still and be reasonable. You can do a garden. There's so many things that you can do
I ain't got
every
time for
day.
no damn garden. I ain't gonna lie to myself. That garden gonna be dead in 2 weeks.
I ain't gonna waste all that time putting in the garden and let it go to shit.
No shit. I know I won't. That thing will be dead in 2 weeks.
Me and Joe are gonna build me some boxes
Rebecca
so
could
I can
barely
put
keep a
it
plant
down on the
alive.
floor. I can't keep a plant alive either, but
She said something about building a damn garden and planting that shit. And I said, shit, I ain't keeping no damn garden. It'll be alive for 2 weeks. I said, you barely keep a plant alive. Just planting a garden.
I can't. I can't keep a
I
plant
was like,
alive
that should
either,
be
but
dead.
at least I know my shit that's growing doesn't have a bunch of pesticides over it.
I mean, we got a whole spot for a damn garden. That
I
should.
know you got a nice yard for a garden too.
No, I mean on the side of the house, there's already a spot where you could build a garden.
My thing is I don't want to get down on the ground and do all the. I don't mind weeding. It's just hard for me to get down and get up. Causes more pain. So Joe and I are gonna build some fucking boxes for next year.
I'll die when I die.
On legs, so I don't have to get down on the ground.
Leedle, 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 leedle. Who's that? Dwight Howard?
Yeah.
And give me something to do to
I
get me
thought that was the
exercise
old
and get
season.
me out in the sun.
No, this is the current one.
Oh, never
Who's
mind.
that?
Oh,
Who's that?
Somebody follows Austin.
Well,
I have
I
no
saw
idea.
Jay Turner, and I was thinking Josh, but his last name is Fox, but his last name used to be Turner.
I have no idea who that is.
It said E.J. Turner.
Yeah, I know, but I saw the Jay Turner, and I was like, Josh?
For the Lord of the scars of fire. For the Lord of the I mean, for the music that I listen to, does that mean I'm gonna go to hell?
No.
Cause that ain't ever gonna
Do you
change.
believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus Christ and that He died on the cross for our sins? Do you believe in that? Wholeheartedly, do you believe that? Do you believe that that truly happened? Not a hard question.
I mean, yes, but like everyone's got their. I'm going to Freaky Fields. Everyone's got like, you know. Now I wouldn't say disbelieves, but there's like those times where you're like, did it really happen?
There have been a few times in my life that I thought, oh, did that really happen? Or what if God is, and I feel guilty for thinking that, and I immediately ask for
I mean,
forgiveness. I
everyone has
truly
it.
do believe that that all really did happen, and I believe everything that the Bible says. I always have. I have feared a lot of things. I feel guilty on a daily basis when I'm pissed off at somebody, when I'm
Ladle,
bitching about somebody. I get mad at myself because I know it's wrong. God doesn't want you to feel that way. He doesn't want you to talk that way. I feel guilty about a lot of things that I do on a daily basis. I don't ask for forgiveness for it. I should, but I don't because I feel like it's all I do is ask. That's all I do is ask for forgiveness 100 times a day. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to be left behind because I don't go to church. I don't ask for forgiveness every day. I
nah,
don't
you be.
truly do the things that I should be doing on a daily basis. But I know that God doesn't. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. I hit the wall to break in, and Billy was standing right behind it. Now he's behind me, and he's going to kill me.
Ladle, ladle, ladle. Yeah. To be fair, like I don't know.
He won't stop following me.
Lead him this way.
Oh, God, he's going to get me.
Come over this way.
I'm trying. He's running right behind me. I got a pistol.
I mean, he's only got an axe. What's he gonna do?
God. All it did was hit the wall. I didn't know it was behind there. I hate that
Why
guy.
are you so bombing me, Austin? Gee!
Oh my god, keep crying, you little whiny bitch. Yeah, yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
off.
Yeah, yeah,
Beat your
yeah.
ass, Austin. Next time I see you, I'm beating your ass.
You gotta catch me first.
I mean, look at my mouth, Austin. I mean, my mouth is another thing.
I'm just saying, I ain't ever gonna change. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm not gonna change. Well, I did change it at one point in my life when I was married to your dad.
That was a mistake.
I didn't
Look at how that turned out.
smoke, drink. I quit everything, man, when I got back into church. I wish I can get back to that in my life, but I don't want to.
I just know things are gonna be planned out how they are. I live life every day. I wake up. If I wake up, I'm thankful. If I don't wake up, who gives a fuck? Like that just means it was my time to go. So I just live day by day, and I enjoy it.
But God tells you to be wise too, and if God gives you the ability,
Well, I don't do nothing
what
stupid.
the government is allowing in our foods and stuff, then He expects you to change it and make wise choices to eliminate. That's why God tells us to. Now I finally realize now. That's why God tells us to pray over everything we eat and drink. Well, no wonder why, because of all the shit the government allows in our food.
Stop it!
And I'm like, oh my God, no wonder why He says to pray. That's why He says to pray. I wish I knew that 20 years ago, so I do try to pray every day before I eat. Sometimes I'm praying as I'm eating, and I'm like, Tammy, really? You can't put the fork down for 5 minutes? But I won't bow my head and close my eyes and pray because I don't want anybody else to make fun of me. Well, that's not right. I shouldn't be ashamed to pray. Ah! Oh my God, that's a huge fucking centipede. Bye.
What'd you say bye for? The hell?
She killed it.
I killed it. Ooh, he was big.
I like me some centipedes. Jenny. Wow, Sherry. Tell me you suck without telling me you suck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was terrible. Oh my gosh. Here, take some fucking potions, you worthless fuck. Here. Come on, take a potion. Hold up. Here you go. There you go. Take a potion. Come on.
I hate you.
Oh, yeah, drink them up. No, you ain't gonna drink them? Alright.
Because you have a mint, dummy.
So it's gonna be 95. It's your fault. There you go. 95 now. You didn't drink it like I told you. That's your dumb fault.
You gonna do the med kit?
Ah,
There was a med kit over there.
Oh. Oh, you know. She's probably blind too while she's at it.
I'm fucking. I mean, don't you fucking motherfucker! I hate you. I wish I could shoot your ass right now. I really wish I could.
I mean, if you had Call of Duty, you could just play hardcore and then, you know, you'd be able to shoot me. Okay, exactly. Okay.
One time
Exactly.
I played with you, Joseph, or maybe it was just Austin or Joseph and Gregory. Oh fuck no! I died within every time I got respawned. The motherfucker's right there.
Exactly.
No.
It's 'cause you suck.
Dude. Oh.
It's all good.
We all gonna
Well,
suck at something.
she can't suck too bad. She's got the most kills.
I mean, she ran off on herself.
Fuck up, Austin! I got 3.
Okay. 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 So when you go down, I literally watched how you went down. That's the sad part. You literally were running towards him, and he had a pistol, and you just sat there and kept running at him, and he just hit you with the pistol and killed you. Like, that was pathetic. It was pathetic. It was pathetic. You could have pulled out your pickaxe and killed him quicker than he did with the pistol, but your brain cells weren't clicking. Okay, alright. We'll see how many kills you have at the end of the day, okay?
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. At the end of the game, whichever one, you know.
Alright, boo boo, let's go. Let's go, little bro. Let's go.
We.
Cher, do you fully believe that Jesus died on the cross? Be honest. I'm not gonna hate you if you don't. I don't hate the other kids for.
Again, like how you say, Mom, like, okay, how Austin and you both just said, okay, how are we supposed to know that back then did he really die? Like, presently, physically, because all of us, were not there in that time central to know if God really did die. But yes,
Sure.
I believe he did sacrifice
You
his
sure it was
life
Central thing?
for our sins. Huh?
You sure it was Central thing?
But you know what? I hate you both. Why? Why? Does everybody gotta pick on me?
Maybe it was Eastern time.
You know, I don't know.
Maybe it was just sacrificial time.
What did you say when Haley said that the Bible was man written? What did you say?
But God put the words in the man's.
But whose mouth? And how do we know that it wasn't? Those are the things that I question. Like, how do we know it wasn't rewritten differently? Because there's supposedly books of the Bible that were left out. Oh, sorry.
Oh, fuck. Teammates are coming with a chainsaw, by the way. Wow, that was kind of bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. On top of the roof behind you.
Sherry, can you hear me?
I'm dead.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. I'm dead.
Siri just said, I respect your privacy. Well, thanks, Siri. I appreciate it, man. Real OG.
Don't take me to jail. I will sacrifice a failure. Oh, we replaced 9th. That's crazy. Return to the fucking lobby. Hey, wise guy. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. I said, go on, get. What in the fucky fuck? Oh, I gotta.
So why did your viewer say he wouldn't step foot in church anymore, or she? What was their reason? Just curious.
Huh?
Whoever was you were talking to on your stream said I would never step foot in a church, and
No, I
I
said that.
never would either.
No, I was just saying that.
Oh, I thought you were talking to somebody else, and
Nah,
I heard you say I will never step foot in a church.
no. The only person I was talking to was Rebecca when I said that.
Huh?
Huh? Huh? Wow.
Huh? Did I hear you?
Now, fuck.
Dad thinks that when they hooked up the washer, that they hooked the washer up to the hot and not the cold. He said, so the next load, listen to me, the next load that you wash, put it on hot just to see if it actually makes it cold. I meant to do that earlier and I forgot. He's like, I bet you if we put it on hot, it'll come out cold. Because I'm like, I have it on cold. It shouldn't be coming out scalding hot water. I mean, it gives your clothes cleaner, but my mom has always told me it costs more to wash your clothes in hot water than it does cold water.
Oh, I run all my
Like to
clothes on
use
cold.
cold water.
That's it.
Yeah, I always have too, but since we've lived here and this washer's been hooked up, I've complained to Joe. I'm like, I don't understand. I have it on cold, not tap cold, not. I have it on cold, and it's still scalding hot water. And it hit him the other day. He's like, you know what I think happened is when the guy hooked up the washer, he hooked the washer up to the hot water and not the cold. So I told Sherry because you can put something on top of the washer and your towel will be wet and hot because of all the
My
steam that
steam.
comes off
Yeah.
that water.
Yeah.
And that's just on the top of the washer. It shouldn't be coming out hot when you have it on cold. So he said, I bet you if you put it on hot, it'll come out cold. And
Yeah.
my water bill was 506 for 3 months. I didn't think that was horrible, but it's like, God, $506. God. I mean, for 3 months, I don't think that's terrible. But it's like,
For
okay,
what?
maybe if for the water bill, $506 for 3 months. Considering seven
Jeez.
people in the house, and I wash dishes by hand. And when I wash dishes, I run the water the whole time I'm washing dishes, so I don't shut it off, turn it on, shut it off, turn it on. I run it the whole time. All the showers that are taken, all the clothes that are washed with seven people, I don't think that's horrible, to be honest. Seven people for 3 months, that's not bad. But I thought, well, gosh, if it comes, if we wash our clothes in cold water,
I
and
love you.
maybe it wouldn't be as high. Maybe I can knock it down 20, $30. Did you put it on hot? What are you doing? Sherry, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what you can do? Just put it in the washer. That's what I do. Claudia taught me that. I was like, oh yeah. Instead of rinsing it out and wasting it, just throw it in the washing machine with your clothes. That's what we do. Sometimes it comes out all bent, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Did you put it on hot? Well, yeah. In a few minutes, I'm gonna get up and go feel the washer. If it's not hot, then that's what the idiot did. But it makes sense when he said that. I was like, yeah, he probably did.
Hook the hose on backwards.
Yeah. I told Sherry to put it on hot. I'm curious to
I'm
see
gonna
if
be
it'll yeah.
Yeah, I texted my
It'd
managers.
be so hot that you put a towel up on top of the washer, like when I'm folding clothes, and within minutes, your shirt or whatever's on there is from the steam that comes out of that washer, the top of that washer is it's too hot. It should not be on.
And if that's the case, that's what
mom said she's caught up to you now on Tulsa King.
I think there's only 5 episodes so far of this season.
Yeah, I texted my managers today about when I was going back to work and stuff, and I had to ask for what day did I have to do? Um, I had to oh, I'm going back to the 12th now, not the 11th,
Why?
because Rebecca's got an appointment for her checkup about her surgery and stuff and surgery. Yeah, um, and I thought, you know, if she took Carter with her, which it's like literally 12:45, so like she's gonna be there about roughly about the time I would have to leave for work, and we don't have like a car seat with the handle, so like I was like, well, she can't bring a carrier because she can't carry him in the carrier, and then she was like, well, I'll just bring a stroller, and I was like, I feel like a stroller in the room
Well, what day
would
is
be
that?
the 11th. It's on a Monday.
Sweet.
Well, maybe Joe can bring me out.
I already took the day off.
Oh,
I texted my manager, asked him if I get it off,
no,
and he
you
said I
can
have 16
obviously
days.
say you can take me out on a Sunday.
I mean, you're still more than welcome. I just,
Right, but like you just need to keep that in mind for future. No, we don't have the second car, but
well, you know,
you know,
I'm probably
Joe's
gonna have
willing
to
to
use
drive
up the
me.
time too before, you know, because I just texted my ops manager, who's my big boss, and I asked him if well, I texted Jonathan, who's like the boss over production, like he's a boss at production overnight, not the whole thing. And then I was talking to him and asked him how many hours I had. So then he told me how many hours I had. So then I was like, perfect. He put the day in for me, and then it went from that to he texted me and said I would talk to Travis, who's my ops manager, who's like over production, old production, and he was like, I would ask him about if you can apply for the cosmetic manager spot, and I was like, oh, okay. So I texted Travis, told him I was coming back, and then he said that he's putting the position for applying next week, and he said he'll let me know when he puts it out, puts a position opening, and I think they're gonna do what they did with Eric, so I know I'm probably gonna have to use my vacation time up anyways before I become manager, because then I won't have those vacation days.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so what they did with Eric, Eric filled it out the week before he came back, and then the week he got back, they offered him the spot. So I feel like that's what they're gonna do with me.
Yeah.
So, you know, and he said I have 16 hours of vacation. I'm like, damn.
If you get that position, are you gonna uh are you gonna let Rebecca quit?
I mean, she wants. I mean, well, that's what she was gonna talk to you about, because you said your job was hiring or whatever, and she wants to give her job like a 3 month notice.
I haven't looked at the letter, the email that was sent out like a year and a half ago, the qualifications that they said to make sure, because everybody was having everybody apply, so they had sent out an email to everybody saying, before you have somebody apply, make sure they have these qualifications. And she's got everything. She's got college. I know they don't require you to know another language, but it's beneficial just because we have a lot of Spanish. But we have a language line, so that's not even an issue. If we can't talk to them, then we just have to call a language line, which prolongs everything. It pisses me off. When we first started with the company, when they bought us out, we were told all the Spanish calls go to the Spanish reps, and that is not true. And it pisses me off because we typically only have one Spanish rep that works midnights with us, and it just wastes so much fucking time. You know that they need help. I won't call the language line if they're fucking crying or they're. I know how to ask them if they need help in Spanish. That's all I know. If they say "see," I just dispatch. I had one dispatcher say, "Well, what's wrong with them?" I'm like, "I don't know. They speak Spanish." "Well, don't you have somebody?" And until you know what's wrong with them, then call me back. That pissed me the fuck off. I was so fucking pissed off at that. But Spanish calls should go to Spanish reps only. That's what we were told, and it's not true, and it pisses me off because it prolongs when somebody needs help. Because then you got to call the fucking language line, and then you're stuck on the phone waiting for them to come to the phone. And if they don't have one available, you got to wait. I've been on hold for 12 minutes one time waiting for a Spanish rep. That's ridiculous. And that person did need help.
I'll
I
be
was
alright.
so pissed off. That's ridiculous. That Spanish, now granted, not every night. Probably there's 2 nights out of the week that I'm there that the Spanish rep is not there. And it makes it rough but it also makes it rough on her because everybody's asking for a Spanish rep and she may be an alarm. She shouldn't be taking other alarms. She should be getting Spanish alarms only.
Who died? Oh, go fucking figure. Jesus.
What?
Useless. Oh, look, I killed him one shot. Great job. Jesus.
Is there a mic break?
Are you talking shit, Austin? I'm gonna fuck
Duh.
you.
Bro, look who's down. Look who came to save you
Shut
again.
the fuck up,
Oh
asshole.
my gosh. Came to save you again.
Fuck you up, bitch.
Oh my god.
Oh, the next time I see your ass in Grand
Oh my
Rapids.
god.
Oh.
Next time I see you in Grand Rapids.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm so scared.
You
You don't even have a
definitely-
ride here. So,
You know what? I drive the Sonata and I will pay happily for that fucking gas and just to come beat your ass. But I can't because I gotta go to work.
okay.
So
Alright, yeah, go to work.
I can't just come up and
That's right.
drive fucking 4
That's right.
hours in the day.
That's right.
Alright, Austin.
Mhm.
I'll see you next time. Wow,
Uh-huh.
come out there.
You're right.
Yes, you just. Alright, Austin.
Well, I mean, you know, the funny thing is like it's actually my house. So like, even when mom comes, I can just be like, no, I just want mom to come.
Huh.
And you know, mom's not gonna like
Be that way.
just be like that, and she's not just gonna be like, oh, well, Sherry wants to come too, so I'm making her come. If I tell her no, she'll listen. So you know,
Fine, be that
good
way.
luck fighting that battle.
Myself to the talking my boyfriend. Bye, Austin.
Oh man. Ladle, 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 ladle. Oh brother. Well, talk to the boyfriend more important than the family. That's crazy talk. Man. What is this? Oh, Sovereign Shotgun. And it's mine. Never again. Oh, where am I going? Oh. I'm in a little room. Where the fuck is this chest at? Maybe down below. I don't fucking know.
Oh, I was ready to go back to work days ago. I couldn't wait to get back to work, and now I'm like, oh my god, I just want to go backwards another week. I need 5 more days. That sucks. I don't want to go back to work now. It's been really nice. I've like gotten the most rest I've had in a really, really long time.
I know I ain't looking forward to going back to work.
And I'm only not looking forward to it because I've been well rested and my mood, even through COVID and fucking my teeth being yanked out, I have had
Wee.
pretty good moods. Rest plays a big thing in it. I don't rest well when I get off work, and I don't know why that is, but yet I've rested pretty well every night that I've been off work. I've slept good. I don't wake up 50 million times. I might wake up for a second drenched in sweat because of menopause, but I go right back to sleep. I have not struggled with my sleep. I've gotten more rest.
It's Probably because you overthink about work while you sleep, even though you're
Not about work.
subconsciously thinking
Oh,
about it, but
oh,
you're
I know
not.
I do. I think
Uh,
about lots of those members.
I'm sure.
Some days it's worse than others, just depending on what I dealt with that night. But and it's not all sad stuff. I mean, there's stuff that really makes me angry, or you know, what they're going through, or if I had to do an APS on them, or I just that's why the job's not good for me. But yet it's what I'm good at too. I hate it because I know it's the right job for me, but it's not good for my mental.